Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to talk about who is qualified to teach in China, and if you're not eligible for the work visa in China, what to do, what are the loopholes, and how to make yourself eligible to teach English in China. So stay tuned. You need to be from one of the 7 countries, and if you are a non-native English speaker, please watch this video till the end because I'll explain to you what to do. Number 2, you need to have a bachelor's degree, and it doesn't matter what field you specialize in, but it really matters that your degree is real and you can legalize it because China doesn't tolerate any fake documents. Number 3 is 120 hours TOEFL certificate. You can get it anywhere. I get mine from an online school, but please bear in mind that it should be a real school and you will need to legalize it later. So if you buy your TOEFL certificate from someone and then later you need to legalize it, and if it's not real, you will be in trouble. So please make sure you're providing real documents and you can legalize these documents. Number 3, same as everywhere, you need to have a clean criminal record. You can either get here in the embassy or order it from your country. Number 4, you need to have good health condition. When you apply for a work permit, you will have to go through a checkup, and if you don't pass this checkup, obviously you cannot get a work permit. Last but not least, you need to meet age requirement, which is between 24 years and 60 years. But from my experience, I've seen non-native English speakers teaching English here. I've seen people who are above or below that age, and I've seen people without degrees legally working here. So if you meet all these basic requirements, congratulations, you've hit the jackpot, and you can move to the section to learn more about required experience. But if you don't meet requirements, don't worry, because now we're going to talk about loopholes. I'm not going to suggest you any dodgy schemes here, only legal stuff. So let's go. First, you need to know about China's point system. If you want to get a Z-type visa, which is a work visa, you need to score 60 points. And the 60 points, they combine different categories. The first one is a degree. You get 10 points for your bachelor's degree and 20 points for your master's degree. If you don't have a degree, don't worry, because you can make up for these points in another category. Number 2, work experience. If you have 5 years of work experience, you can score 10 points. If you don't have any teaching experience, agents can help you out to use another experience, but I'm not too sure how to do this. Next is your salary. If your salary is 3 or 4 times higher than the average salary in the district, you can get up to 15 points. Chinese language proficiency is not compulsory, but again, it can give you extra points. HSK1 gives you 1 point, HSK2 2 points, and so on. And last but not least, here is something that is in your power, something where you can get a lot of points. You get points for the city you choose to work in. For instance, if you choose Shanghai or Beijing, it gives you 0 points. But if you choose tier 2 cities or tier 3 cities, you'll get a lot more points, which means that it can give you 60 points. So let's imagine that scenario, like you're a non-native English speaker, but you got a degree in teaching English. You passed IELTS and you got a really high score. Maybe you have a PGCE, but you don't have many years of experience. If you summarize everything and you choose tier 3 city or tier 2 cities, you will get 60 points in the end. Let me know, guys, how many points you have scored and what other parts you struggle with. While applying for jobs, you may encounter agents who don't want to deal with hassle of point system. They'll say, hey, it's impossible, you're a non-native English speaker, or hey, you don't have a degree, so that's impossible. Please bear in mind, it's just them not wanting to deal with the point system. So what is the best strategy here? You go to school, you show your demo class, you make sure the school really likes you and they want to hire exactly you, not anyone else. And then they'll put a lot of efforts in trying to sort out your documents, which is real, which is possible. It just requires a bit more time, a bit more money, and a bit more efforts. Also, some agents may approach you with some dodgy schemes like, hey, why don't you open a company and go work as a teacher? Please don't accept any of the schemes, because first of all, it's illegal. Second, you're going to take all legal consequences. A friend of mine did this. She opened up the company and then the school went bankrupt. They shut down and we've never heard from that school. But my friend is still bearing all these consequences. She has to figure out how to pay tax. She has to figure out how to close down this company, and there are a lot of other problems coming along with it. So if you have a chance to avoid all the schemes, please do it. The next part is about experience. As you remember, when it comes to visa, experience gives you extra points, but it doesn't really mean that this is how schools are going to choose you based on your experience. We all know that experience helps us to find our way around, but when it comes to looking for a job, a lot of schools prefer to train you their own way, because if you have a lot of experience and you're doing things your way, you may disagree with the way they offer. And trust me, from my experience, there'll be many opportunities to disagree, because it's not always done in a logical way, and sometimes you'll say why do I have to do it, or why don't we do something? And schools don't care. So a lot of schools prefer hiring teachers without any prior experience, because they want to train you the way they want you to do things. And if you're an experienced teacher, it's going to be a lot more difficult for you to relearn how to do things, especially if the school is doing things wrong way. So if you don't meet age requirements, again, try to use point system and try to cover these points with some other points. The most important thing is that you're healthy. If you're healthy, your age doesn't really matter if you go to tier 2 or tier 3 cities. So let's wrap up with final steps. Number 1, please try to be flexible, and if someone offers you less popular cities, just go, just give it a shot. It's a good way to get started, and later maybe you could move to a bigger city or the city you want to go to. Number 2, get as many certificates as possible. If you can get IELTS, TOEFL, or any other certificates, they will definitely help you to become a qualified teacher and to get a legal teaching visa here. Tip number 3, join expert groups to keep an eye on new regulations. Even last month, I read some news that work permits are going to be replaced with some other digital product. I'm not too sure. So basically, everything is going to be digital. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope this information was useful, and in the next video I'm going to share with you step-by-step guide on how to land a good job here in China. If you found this video useful, please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and see you later. Bye.